Turquoise hammered ring, $69.95. Oh my goodness, it looks like, I love the style of this. That little sort of flush to the ring, almost like a little turquoise button on a buckle. Isn't that great? All hammered turquoise, hammered sterling silver, all the way around, very, very comfortable. Your rings come in sizes 5 through 12. And this is, these, I would order definitely still true to size because they are very smooth, a really stunning band ring style. $11.66 to get it home. And Jay, this is such a really cool style. You combined sort of the fashion and that really pretty turquoise. I've never seen that sort of button style before.
Okay, so there are a lot of people that are my generation, and so I started my business when I was 20, and I'll be 64 this year. So that tells you how old I am if you combine it. So I've been in business for 44. I'll be 64 in September. So in 44 years of doing this, you transition through all kinds of funny things. When I was 18, 19 years old, and there's so many people that are like me, and you know who you are out there. We all made these rings. You're way too young to know this yet. No, you're way too. No. I guarantee you're way too young. But we used to take silver spoons. In fact, my very first silver design was actually based on this is a modern ring that we did based on that philosophy. We used to you could get them, you can't get them anymore, but we used to get silver spoons. We would cut off the end part, right? You see like the wide part, can you envision that?
Yes.
Where that would be part of the, where the spoon was, right? Where, you know, the actual handle was. We would take that, we would cut it, and then you would wrap it, and then you would do that wrap so that it was adjustable. Right, so you know you could adjust it, and then to give it, we would take little ball peen hammers, they're jeweler's hammers, and we would hammer that, and so it would give us that indented look, that hammered look, and then turquoise is one of the things that I actually set in this ring. What makes this special is just the comfort level of it, the look of it. It brings back a lot of fond memories for me. There's nostalgia of it, and then again, this is one of the very few designs that we're doing this year and next year that have the kind of the last of the remaining Kingman Turquoise material that we have. I'm very close to the family who mines the Kingman Turquoise. In fact, Marty was my best man at my wedding. His wife and Marty introduced me to my wife. I met my wife in a turquoise mine in Kingman, Arizona. So the Kingman mine has a lot. It means a lot to me. You know, it has a lot of good memories. And so, but this material, they're still getting a lot of good material. If I had to buy the rough material to cut that cab in today's market for what the value of the material is, I wouldn't originally. This was priced at almost $100, right? $99.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was more than fair retail value for that. This turquoise, from the time that I bought this rough, has gone up 3 to 5 times, so 300 to 500%. This is one of the more. This is. Of all, when I first started the business, of the 27 different American mines I bought from, this is the only remaining mine that is still commercially active.
Wow.
So it's I'm telling you, I love the look. And here again, for me, and for a lot of those who are out there, it's a very nostalgic look.
I love it. Well, everyone on Facebook is also enjoying the nostalgia of it. Denise says,